Alright, today we're going to show you how to run an isokinetic knee flexion and extension test. Let's start off with how to turn the machine on. The Biodex machine has a small slot on the side where there's a small toggle switch. You just flip up that toggle switch, and then if you reach underneath the computer, there is a power strip. You can feel around, and there's a toggle switch for the power strip. You hit that, and that will turn on both the control mechanism and the computer. While that's warming up, what we'll do is we'll get the machine ready for testing. To start off with, we will open up each of the straps that are used to secure the individual during testing. And then we'll get the necessary appliance in order to do the testing. That'll involve removing this locking handle. Finding the correct piece that we need. Placing it on the axle of the power head, and then tightening it down. Now, in order to set the individual up correctly in the machine, what we have to do is make a number of adjustments. So I'm going to bring Arturo over and set him up in this machine right now. He'll climb up onto the seat. And what I'm going to do is start by doing some basic strapping here. We'll start with the waist strap. Bring it around.
How about the seat base?
So that we have him in position. Then we'll do one shoulder strap. And a second shoulder strap. This keeps him from being able to rock around a lot. And now that we have him attached to the back of the seat, we can make some adjustments. The first adjustment is that the pivot point on his knee needs to line up with the axle of the power head. And as you can see, it's somewhat forward right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the seat backward by turning this counterclockwise. And then if you'll scoot back a little bit. Almost there. Move back a little bit more. Scoot back. And now you can see that the pivot point is almost in line. I'm going to go back just a tiny bit more. Scoot back. And now we have the pivot point of the knee in line with the axis of the machine. Next, we have to get his foot in the proper position by attaching the ankle strap in the right area. The ankle pad needs to be below the gastrocnemius and above the attachment of the Achilles tendon, about halfway. So this is up about maybe 2 inches further than it needs to be. I'm going to release the locking bolt, slide it down, make sure that it's in proper position, which now it is, and then I will attach the locking bolt again. Tighten the locking bolt, I should say. Now we'll bring the pad across. And I will lightly strap the ankle in position. We'll tighten it up a little bit later. But for right now, so that Arturo will be comfortable, this is the best way to go. And the same thing I will do with the thigh strap. And again, lightly attach it in position. We'll be able to tighten it a little bit more later. We've got him all ready. Here we are at the Biodex, the introductory screen on the Biodex. The first thing I want to do is, it says on the bottom, hit any key to continue, so I just hit the key. And now I can either set up a new patient or get a patient. I already have Arturo on here, so I can say get a patient. And now with F2, by pressing F2, I can either get a patient list or I can type in a first letter and see whether or not it will find the individual. Right now, since you see we have someone else in here that is ahead of him in alphabetical order, our best bet is just to go to that patient list. Sorry. We'll go to the patient list, and I will find Arturo's last name. And now you can see that I have his name here on the screen, and all I have to do is hit F1 to select him as the patient. And you can see his name now appears in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. So now I can use my arrows to move over to the operation I want. This is going to be an isokinetic test. Goes under the test mode. It's a new test. We're going to use 3